would just come on forward, Wayne, and share what's on your heart this morning with us.
I don't know what I think. I probably All right. Paul said my name is Wayne, and this is my wife, Joy. I had it written down, but I messed up already. This is my lovely wife, Joy. And we have 3 children. And those 3 children are married, and we also have 3 grandchildren, 2 grandsons, Alan, and he has a brother, Henry, and a granddaughter, Ainsley. Those are blessings from God. I was asked this morning to come and speak, and probably because I get special attention. I was diagnosed 4 years ago with a disease called ALS, which is Lou Gehrig's disease. Many maybe know that. The basic definition of Lou Gehrig's disease is your motor neurons have died, and the motor neurons send signals to your muscles, and without those signals, the muscles don't think they need to be there anymore, and they go away. My first symptoms started in my left foot in 2005, and it progressed into my legs and arms, and also into my lungs, which you can tell I'm somewhat struggling a little bit for breath. It's been 4 years since I was diagnosed, and it's a slow progression. Right now, my most serious, and this is true with ALS in general, my breathing capacity. Most people with this disease, that becomes the issue when things get closer to the end. The disease is a 2 to 5 year life expectancy. Enough about that. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about, kind of explain my background, my growing up, my life story. When I was a child, I was kind of a mischievous child. Got into a lot of trouble. Was disciplined a lot by my parents and my teachers and my principal. I was also had I'm going to say this. I had an attitude too. When I got into the first grade, I thought I was pretty smart, and I was telling my dad how smart I was. And he was telling me I needed to be careful how smart I got, because otherwise he was going to have to show me how smart I was not. Well, being smart and having an odd attitude and being a little mischievous, I I told him he'd have to catch me first. and my little legs could run, but not as fast as his. He caught me, he showed me how smart I was not. Then as I progressed into the second grade, don't get nervous now, I'm not going to go play by play for my childhood. It's just one more story about how things are. In second grade, my teacher was forewarned about my mischievous attitude, and actually she was my mom's best friend, so they had talked, and all right, so well, when I started school, I somehow, I don't know, I got in trouble, and well, between all of the discipline, her and I, we got to spend a lot of one-on-one time, and we became pretty good friends. And actually, that's why I wanted to tell her story, because she actually became like a mentor mom to me, and throughout all of my school years and even on into my marriage, she was that mentor mom to me. And not to take away from anything from my mom, because I got along, I have a special relationship with my mother too, but there was, I had 17 siblings, and so my mom was pretty busy with just taking care of the younger ones. I'm the third oldest, so we got to spend some of that time on our own and get into a lot of things. As I got older, attitude and discipline, the discipline I received kind of worked against each other, kind of made me an angry person. It's hard to gain friends and get close to anyone when you're out. You never know when you're going to lash out in anger, and everyone really, it's hard to get close to anyone. I didn't want to read this, but I think I might end up having to. I think I'm just going to kind of, from that anger, I ended up feeling like I was a one-man army against the world always, and always kind of turned into a loner, and always arguing with people. One night, Joy and I were having a lively discussion. That's a politically correct way of putting saying an argument. And I just wanted out, and I wanted away, and Joy, she must have figured that this time was a little different than the other times, and she wouldn't let me leave. She took the keys away from the vehicle, and I said, fine, and I'll just walk. And I walked, and I have to say at the time I walked with the intent of not coming back, and she probably knew that. But we